Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. 28 degrees in Albuquerque. Some people think it's warmer here in this time of year, but man, our highs are like in the mid 40s. Pretty chilly. Lows in the night is in the 20s, mid 20s. Pretty chilly place. My daughter lives in Cincinnati, Ohio, and their temperatures are normally a little higher than ours this time of year. Nice thing about the weather up north is you got the humidity. That when it's over 40, it feels nicer, especially when you get a little sun. Here it's so dry and crisp, it feels a little colder unless you're in the sun. The benefit of it being dry here is sometimes you come out in the morning, even when it's freezing, you have no frost on your window. Up north, you got to clear your windows off every morning because of the humidity. Okay, I'm officially at about 334 on the miles, and the transmission is still shifting relatively well. It is giving me less resistance in reverse. I can almost not feel it at all. So on a scale of 1 to 5 before, it was about a 2, maybe a 3. Now it's a 1. I really can't hardly feel the resistance going into reverse. And the other gears are shifting relatively fine. I'm still getting noise, especially in first gear. Right before it shifts, it kind of is roaring. But other than that, I'm moving right along. I think the Lucas stuff helped a little bit. Maybe. Didn't totally erase my concerns. I'll update the video in a couple thousand miles. Purchased an engine hoist from way past that yellow sign. Rolled it on this rough pavement. Got it to here. And I'm gonna move my cargo cover. Slide it in there. I had a few offers for help, but I really need to figure this out on my own. So I got those legs there. All the way up. I could have unpinned them and removed them, but I went on ahead and left them on. Looks like I'll be able to get my thing closed. Almost. It's hitting the bottom on this side, so I need to pull this side in just a little bit more. On my way to Santose's place to help him with a radiator and a P2 car. You guys, I don't think you ever met Santose, but he is the one that I got the green wagon from about a year ago that was supposed to have a bad fuel pump, and it had a bad relay and some battery cable issues. So we're going to help him get his radiator replaced and get back to the house, watch some football. This P2 T5, it's a 2001. We got the air box out the way, which includes the mass airflow sensor. We disconnected the turbo tube that goes down to the intercooler there. We disconnected the radiator upper hose. Now we're going to pull a couple things off to get the fan out of the way. So we had a bolt on this side, a bolt on that side. We're going to disconnect the wires and plugs that's necessary to lift this fan up out of the way. Unplug the wire from the purge valve, mass airflow sensor. Broke the 2 clip zip ties on it, swung it over here. I got one more zip tie to break to get it loose and out of the way of the fan. The fan power disconnected. And if you just work it off of the bracket, then it'll be out of your way. Now you got this coolant hose that's clipped in here. You want to unclip that. It's clipped in the fan for some reason. Now that fan should come up and out of the way. The bottom of it is just slipped in a couple of slots. Next we want to disconnect the transmission lines. what you do is you try to push those in, and then you squeeze, and then those come out. Let me try 2 hands. This clip is actually broke. This line was so tight in there, I had to pry it a little bit, but it's coming now. So there's the seals, and the clip, as you can see, is broken. We're going to have to find another one of those clips. Here's the bottom one. I had to disconnect that line. You have the AC condenser, the intercooler, and the radiator all attached together. At the shops, they bleed the AC, disconnect the AC lines, and drop it out as a unit. What we're going to try to do, separate it in the car and see if we can get it out without taking all this other stuff loose. We're going to spin this clamp here to get this part of it out of the way of the intercooler. But anyway, I came under the car and I tied a small rope on the condenser to try to keep it up with the bumper. And we got a 10mm bolt there, 1 up above it, and 2 on the other side. We're going to take those loose, and then we're going to take this radiator mounting bolt loose there, and on the other side. That should let the radiator drop down. Now we got an AC line here, so we're going to have to try to maneuver it out to get it around that AC line. We'll have to get that side down some and see if it'll shift and allow us to work that out of there. There's a guide bolt here and a guide bolt here that's stabilizing this on the top. It's also stopping it from dropping down. So Santose is going to pull those while I'm at the bottom guiding it out from beneath. It was pretty tough getting that radiator out from past that wire harness way over there. Tip kept getting stuck. We took this intercooler line off and the radiator came out with the intercooler. It's got that wind deflector there still in place, and then we got it all the way out this side and we disconnected the vent line on top of it. So we got to find a little clamp for that. So now we're going to move the hardware from this radiator over to the new one. Maybe the mounts, these 2 upper support braces, sandwich it back with the intercooler here. We're going to backwash the intercooler and then put this stuff back in. We took those upper brackets, swapped them over. Now we're going to get these mounts. These mounts have a clip in them where you slide this in there and you break it loose there to get those out. So get 2 screwdrivers, release those clips one way or another. It's going to be this way. Slide those mounts out of there and swap them over. Just push them in on the other vehicle. Once this radiator is done, we're just going to break these tabs out. Oh, that was not breaking. So I'm going to release the tab this way and on the other side. Up there because it broke for me. I'm going to get the other side and pull that out. Then you come over here, slide them in, and they lock right in. Alright, now we're going to get this in position with the intercooler and work it back in with the AC condenser. Came back in a lot easier than it went out. So we got it in place. Got the bolts on the bottom started. We got the 4 bolts that sandwich our intercooler radiator condenser in. Now we're going to secure these 2 on top. Well, we already got those secure. Now we're going to lower the fan in place and hook up this intercooler line on this side. Oil dipstick handle snapped off for me. Part number is 9497557. We got the air box in, the mass airflow sensor in, the tube going from the air box under the rad. We got the wires zip tied. We got these hydraulic lines in, although one of them has a bad clip. We tried to put some stuff in there to help that one side hold better than the other. We got the air tube in. We got it secured there. It's secured there. Down there. All the way down the bottom. We got these bolts in up here. There's nuts that go in the side of the top of the radiator that those screw onto. We got the coolant hoses on. Now, the best way to fill in this coolant reservoir is to take this hose off and fill it up until coolant reaches this hose, and then put that back together, top off your bottle. Other than that, it's kind of hard to get this coolant system filled up. That all done, time to head back to the house. Call it a day. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.